Let me tell you something uncomfortable. Most women are terrified of hurting a man's pride. You've been told your entire life that men are fragile in their own way, that if you challenge them, they'll pull away, that if you bruise their ego, they'll disappear, that if you say the wrong thing at the wrong time, he'll lose interest, so you walk on eggshells, you soften your words, you over-explain, you apologize for things that don't require an apology, you swallow your instincts and call it being understanding, and somehow, you still get forgotten. I know this because I've watched it happen again and again. Women who are kind, emotionally intelligent, patient, nurturing, and somehow they end up being the ones men don't commit to, don't chase, don't remember. And here's the truth, no one wants to say out loud, men don't bond through comfort. Men bond through impact. A man doesn't remember the woman who never shook him. He remembers the one who touched his pride gently, precisely, and without fear. So let me give you a rule I want you to remember until the day you stop caring, whether he texts back or not. A man will never forget the woman who hurts his pride gently. Now listen carefully, because most women hear this rule and completely misunderstand it. We're not talking about insults, we're not talking about humiliation, we're not talking about shouting, nagging, or emotional chaos. That's amateur behavior. What we're talking about is something far more dangerous. We're talking about psychological pressure, the kind that makes a man look at himself differently after you're gone. And before you panic and say, "But won't that push him away?" Let me ask you something. How many times have you done everything right and he still drifted? Exactly. So let's stop pretending softness alone creates attachment. The lie women are taught about men. You were taught that men want peace, that they want ease, that they want admiration without resistance, that if you make him feel good all the time, he'll stay. That's adorable and completely wrong. Men don't fall in love because they feel safe. Men fall in love because they feel tested. From the beginning of human history, a man's identity has been tied to his sense of worth, his competence, his pride, his position. A man who feels unchallenged feels unnecessary. A man who feels unnecessary eventually leaves. And here's the part women don't like hearing. If you never challenge his pride, another woman will. And when that happens, guess who becomes unforgettable? Not the woman who comforted him, the woman who activated him. What hurting his pride gently actually means. Let's clear this up before you ruin everything. Hurting his pride gently does not mean calling him insecure, comparing him to other men, attacking his masculinity, threatening to leave, playing loud, sloppy mind games. That's not gentle, that's desperation with makeup on. Hurting his pride gently means this. You show him calmly that his approval is not required for your self-worth. That's it. That's the wound. And that wound sits exactly where his pride lives. Why men react so strongly to this. Let me explain something most women never realize. A man's ego isn't inflated, it's guarded. Men don't want women who worship them. They want women who choose them. And choice only matters when it can be withdrawn. The moment he realizes you're not trying to secure him, that you're evaluating him, his entire nervous system wakes up. He becomes alert, curious, slightly unsettled. Good. That discomfort is not rejection, it's engagement. Example number 1, the compliment that cuts softly. Let's say he does something impressive. Most women say, "Wow, that's amazing. You're so good at that." Translation, "Please like me." Instead, you say calmly, casually, "I didn't expect that from you." Smile, then move on. No explanation, no praise pile on. What just happened? You didn't insult him. You didn't validate him either. You created uncertainty. His pride didn't get crushed, it got touched. And now he's thinking, what does she expect from me? Perfect. Example number 2, when he pulls back. When a man distances himself, most women lean in. They send longer messages, they ask questions, they try to fix it. That screams need. Instead, you do something radical. You match his distance without drama. No passive-aggressive texts, no cold hostility, just less. And when he comes back and says, "Hey, what's wrong?" you smile and say, "Nothing, I just assumed you were busy." Then change the subject. That sentence hurts his pride gently because it tells him you noticed, you adapted, you didn't chase. Now he's not in control of the emotional temperature anymore, and men hate that, in a way they secretly love. Let me put it this way. Men say they want a woman who's low maintenance. What they actually mean is, I want to feel important without being responsible. And the moment you stop organizing your emotional life around him, his pride starts asking uncomfortable questions like, wait, am I still special? Congratulations, you just did more in 10 seconds than most women do in 6 months. The golden rule you must not break. Here's where most women mess this up. They hurt his pride and then immediately soothe it. They say something sharp and then explain, then apologize, then over-clarify, then soften it. Don't. The power is in the silence after. Pride doesn't grow from reassurance. It grows from reflection. If you rush to comfort him, you cancel the effect. Say less. Hold eye contact. Change topics. Let him process. A man who is thinking about you is already halfway attached. Why this works better than playing hard to get. Playing hard to get is exhausting. Hurting his pride gently is effortless because you're not performing. You're simply not over-investing. You're not trying to win him. You're letting him wonder if he's winning you. And that shift, that subtle reversal, is what makes a man remember you long after the conversation ends. If you're still here, it means something important. It means part of you already understands that attraction isn't built by pleasing someone. It's built by positioning yourself. And now we're going to talk about the line most women cross without realizing it. Because yes, hurting his pride gently is powerful, but doing it wrong turns you into a ghost. When hurting his pride backfires. Let me say this clearly before we go any further. Men do not fall in love with cruelty. They fall in love with contrast. If you hurt his pride without warmth anywhere in your presence, he doesn't attach. He detaches. That's why this works only when one condition is met. He must feel that your approval is possible, but not guaranteed. If he feels you're cold, bitter, or emotionally unavailable, his pride doesn't engage. It shuts down. That's the difference between a woman who challenges him and a woman who feels like emotional work. Men will chase a challenge. They avoid emotional labor. The biggest mistake women make and don't see. Here's the mistake. A woman hurts his pride gently. He reacts. He leans in. He seeks validation, and then she panics. She thinks, oh no, what if I lose him? So she switches roles. She reassures, she overgives, she floods him with warmth, and just like that, the polarity dies. Why? Because men don't bond to women who collapse after tension. They bond to women who can hold it, the power of emotional stillness. There is nothing more unsettling to a man than a woman who doesn't rush to fix the emotional moment. You don't explain yourself. You don't defend your tone. You don't soften your standards. You stay calm. And that calm does something dangerous to his pride. It tells him, she's not afraid of losing me. Now let me be honest with you, you might actually be afraid of losing him. That's fine. The point is, you don't let him feel it. Men sense emotional dependency like sharks smell blood, and the moment he senses that you need him, his attraction quietly bleeds out. The sentence that lives in his head for days. Now listen carefully, I'm about to give you one sentence. This sentence has ended arguments, started obsession, and caused men to rethink entire relationships, but only if said once. Here it is. That's not really what I look for. That's it. No attack, no lecture, no drama. You say it calmly, then you move on. You don't explain what you do look for, because now his pride does the work for you. He starts filling in the blanks, and a man imagining how to measure up is already emotionally invested. Why silence is stronger than words. Most women think attraction is built through communication. Men don't. Men build attachment in absence. That's why silence after impact is crucial. If you hurt his pride gently and then disappear emotionally, even for a moment, his mind goes into correction mode. He doesn't think, she hurt me. He thinks, did I mess something up? And the moment a man starts questioning his own position in your life, you've shifted the power. Men will say things like, I don't like drama. What they mean is, I don't like chaos I can't control. Controlled tension, they love that. It makes them feel alive, relevant, chosen, but not entitled. And nothing bruises a man's pride more than realizing she doesn't need to prove anything to me. The final rule you must live by. Here's the rule that separates unforgettable women from forgotten ones. Never hurt his pride from a place of anger. Only do it from a place of self-respect. Anger feels reactive. Self-respect feels immovable. Men don't chase reactions. They chase gravity. And gravity doesn't yell. It doesn't explain. It doesn't chase. It just exists. If he walks away, let him. This is the part most women struggle with. What if he leaves? Then let him. A man who leaves because you didn't overvalidate him was never going to stay when it mattered. The goal is not to keep every man. The goal is to leave a mark on the right one. And the right man, he doesn't run from a woman who gently challenges his pride. He remembers her. You don't need to become colder. You don't need to become distant. You don't need to play games. You just need to stop centering your behavior around his approval. The moment you do that, his pride will feel it. And once a man feels that subtle loss of control, he never forgets the woman who caused it. This was Brainy Facts. And remember, you don't make a man fall in love by proving your worth. You make him fall in love by making him question his. I'll see you in the next video.